Ben, Coach Ivey was just talking about the fourth down play. You were, I think, on the opposite end, correct? Kind of take us through with what you saw, and then he was talking about how Stanquan just keeps getting better and better, and that was a good play to kind of show he did what he was supposed to do and help make that play. So kind of a two-part. What did you see on that, and then how much is Stanquan getting better?
On that play right there, see me kind of moving around a little bit, and then right before the snap, I kind of get lined up, go right there. So from my perspective, all I saw was, I think it was detail, blow up the guard, wide-ass gap, and then I tried to get over like two people and then hit the ball. But, TJ Quinn came outside, hit him. But as far as Stanquan go, since Stanquan got here in the spring, he's been developing real fast and stuff, been a great teammate. Been a great young guy to be around. He learned the system real fast, and, with Coach Ivey coaching him up and with English system, I think he's going to be just fine.
You guys are 3-0, favored to beat Boston College. Does Coach Brom have to keep you focused on what's ahead, or do you guys police yourselves in terms of not looking too far down the road?
Yeah, I mean, for us, especially in our group, it's always one game at a time. We enjoy a win for 24 hours, and then we're on to Boston College, who took a really, really good Florida State team right down to the wire, so that grabs everyone's attention real fast, especially in the locker room. We have a good group of leaders who kind of take control of the team and say, hey, it's a one-game season, like Coach Brom's been saying for this whole season and to me for years. So it's not too hard for us to be focused and to see that this is a really good Boston College team, especially on defensively.
Yeah, just pick off what he said. Yeah, Coach Brom reminds us it's a one-game season. Always keep focused on what's ahead. Put the past behind us and just like that. Because this team did start off a little struggling in the first two games, but they did give Florida State a run for their money. So, like I said, it's a one-game season, so, we got to take every team, my bad, stuttering a little bit. But, yeah, you got to take each team like, they're going to play their best every week.
Eric, when you transfer schools but to play for the same coach, does it sort of seem like just the same old thing, or is there still a lot of adjustment?
Yeah, I mean, some of it's obviously similar, a lot of the same offensive schemes and stuff like that, but there's different things, different nuances that we've installed down here. But, it's kind of, you fall into similar routines. Obviously, I know most of the people in this building know them for a long time, so it's been great. And, some of it's the same, but obviously, a little bit different in some aspects as well.
What have you guys learned about this team, given the times that you weren't necessarily playing your best and getting all cylinders, like after the second quarter against Georgia Tech in the second half?
Yeah, I think we learned that this is a really tough group. Obviously we wanted to still put together four really good quarters as a team, and obviously I don't think we've done that yet, so we're still striving to get to that. But I think it's been a mentally tough team that we've learned through 3 weeks, and when one side of the ball is having a lull, the other kind of picks them up. So it's great to have, and to get all three phases kind of playing together is the goal now. So we got to start that in practice, and to put together a really good week of practice, and then bring that on to Saturday and try and put together a full 4 quarters, 60 minutes.
Yeah, this team is very resilient. Even through adversity struck, we all stay together. We always come back together, and we always feeding off each other. Even when one side of the ball is down, we picking up on each other on the other side of the ball. So I think we still striving to play 4 great quarters, but right now we working towards it. Like he talked about, having a great week of practice. Preparing for the team this weekend. So I think we still got a long way to go.
Yeah, you guys kind of touched upon it before with the Florida State game. It seemed like at the end there, BC kind of just beat themselves on penalties. But what stood out to you about what they were doing right in that one? And what's it going to be like playing against a team that no doubt is going to be working on cleaning things up and will probably come into this game pretty jacked up too?
Yeah, absolutely. They definitely had a shot there at the end. Defensively, they're going to give us a challenge up front. They're going to move a lot in the interior. They're going to try and heat us up, do a couple different things on third downs, some things that we've got to be prepared for. And we've got to clean some things up from last week, especially up front. So we're excited for the challenge, and really looking to diving into it and getting the game plan and continuing to work towards it. But yeah, they're definitely going to be a great challenge, especially for us up front.
Yeah, they definitely did give Florida State a run for their money. But I think offensively they have a good quarterback. You know, they have a good couple plays, coming through. So I think learning the game plan throughout the week and, preparing for them appropriately will be the best for us.
Eric, you've had 3 games now where you've blocked for Jawar. I guess, what's the most impressive, or what have you seen that's impressed you about him and just kind of what he's been able to do?
Yeah, Jaws is great. Obviously, it makes our job a little bit easier up front. Really, the whole running back room, that whole group makes it a lot easier for us. But Jaws specifically, he runs hard and he has great vision. And he's always going to try and make us right up front because not everything's going to be perfect. Obviously we want to try and get everyone covered up, but there's sometimes going to be free hitters in the hole, and he seems to make them miss a whole lot more than he doesn't. So it's fun to block for that whole group. Isaac as well, the whole running back room. Coach Barkley does a great job coaching those guys up, and we have to work as a tandem. All 5 of us, and whoever's in the backfield. So through 3 games they've done a great job, and it's been fun to see them have success.
In the first game and then the other day, I think it kind of the way the game went, I think you guys played almost, if not every snap, really close to it. Is that something, as a player, you probably don't mind being out there every snap, but do you like to get a little rest here and there? Coach Brom said he wants to try to get more guys in there.
Yeah, we definitely have the personnel to do that. We have a really deep room, a veteran room, a lot of guys who've played a lot of football. So, it just, that's kind of the way the game went. So, if we can get more guys in there, absolutely. We definitely have the guys to do it, who know the system, JP, Austin, Josh Black, Trey, guys who are definitely capable, so to get more guys in the game would be great, and to get a break wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, like you said, but, don't mind playing, whatever's asked. So, whatever the task at hand is, whoever's called upon, everyone's ready at any given time. So, we'll see how it plays out on Saturday.
And question for you, as you mentioned, BC's got a pretty good quarterback. He can damage you through the air and with his legs. When you have a guy that's a dual threat so much like that, how challenging is it for you guys to stay disciplined to the assignments?
It's very challenging, because, he can't play too much man, and then, he gets a running lane, and then he's going running. I think for us, coming up with a good scheme around him and then coming up with a scheme around, the other threats throughout the offense is going to be big for us. And, staying within our keys and, running to the football like we do. Running to the football is going to be a big key for us, I think.
Eric, you mentioned having to clean some things up front, but outside of a couple quarters, the offensive line has largely had a dominant start to the season. How much confidence does that give you guys up front, knowing you guys have had the success in that position group so far to start the season?
Yeah, it's been good to have a pretty decent start to the year. Coach Owens, Coach Fish, Coach Williams do a great job getting us prepared every week, and like I mentioned before, it kind of starts in practice, and we got to clean some things up. Obviously, the second half didn't go the way we really wanted it to up front, but I think for a group of guys that really just came together in the beginning of June, all of us getting together, we have a lot of camaraderie, a lot of guys who have played a lot of football, like I've said, but a lot of guys who want to see this team have success, and it's not necessarily about individuals. So we understand that, and want to keep putting our best foot forward and continue to improve every single week.
Anybody else?
Cool.